as we wait for the 5 red lights here, KMG starting at the pit lane here, as I'm saying here. This might be a full race replay or not, for depending how it's gonna be. Might as well be a, oh, who the hell fell off from the sky? I don't know who fell off from the sky here. I think I'm much better being solo commentator because then I can hear myself much correctly. But more on that, we have to wait for the 5 red lights to be. I don't know what the fuck is happening on the right hand side. No, actually left, and oh my god, yo, it's, oh my god, and the Mercedes is on top of the Williams right there. I cannot know, I cannot tell who is who, where are they, and then yeah. But the better news is that we have both Mercedes, Péril, and 1-2 both near the top step of the podium, both near at the top 3 here. Péril and 1-2, they're near P3. That's the good thing. That's good thing. The one thing just that we only have to know though. That's the only one thing we just have to know. So, but the 5 red lights now. We're gonna go racing in the Silverstone non-championship. 5 red lights. Lights off, Formula 1 is go. Williams, they both collided with each other. One Williams had a false late start right as Little gets a great start. 3 cars are trying to find a way onto him as I see, oh my god, as I see there, there you can see 1-2 is holding up pretty great onto P4. There's still no changes in position. Machizo goes for the late overtake. Both collided with Péril. Don't ram into Machizo. Péril had nowhere to go there. KMG had a great stop up there as Torn spun on turn 4 right there. There goes Machizo and Péril right there. Machizo and Péril are both fighting. I'm still having lag in this position here. Machizo is rams into him. No damage at least. There's no harm into that at least. He did 2 daring overtakes right there. Not 2, actually 1 daring overtake and 1 mistake, almost ramming into Péril. And there goes Machizo with the better corner speed right there. Passes Péril. What a great start for the Ferrari here, but there's no changes in terms of position. But Scary lost 1 position from his original position. Ashel moved up to P2. What a great start for the 2 Red Bulls. Not really for Scary, but these 2 Red Bulls are gonna be predators, apex predators. Too little here, 2 versus 1. Unless if Machizo can come back up, because and then if the longer you fight here in Silverstone, 1-2 is gonna go catch up. Here's Ashel going up into Little, side by side, close but almost contact. Ashel has a better corner exit right there. I'm not sure if he does. They both the exact same. There you go. He has to slide better corner exit right there into turn 1. We'll go back to turn 1 right here. As Kerry's on the back of Ashel. Here he goes. So side by side between the 2 Red Bulls. This is already close fighting right. Ashel fumble a bit, slow down on his pace. Want to almost ram into him, but Machizo has to do really hard work to try to come back up, because he has to try to really work hard to get by 3 good cars, 1-2, Ashel and Scary, because 1-2 said the car is good for him, so we're gonna see some pretty decent performance from the Mercedes driver, 1-2, and there's already a yellow flag. What? Let me see, and then, yeah, something, oh, Kimchi, I'm pretty sure that was Kimchi. No, it wasn't. Coming back here, it's a virtual safety car, but yeah, what this will mean is that now typically in a virtual safety car you don't have everyone lining up immediately in a virtual safety car. It's an actual virtual safety car, just like Formula E. Focus yellow, we're going back to green. Can we see Scary trying to find a way by to Little? Ashel trying to go wide, trying to interrupt. I think Ashel will try to interrupt Scary's and Little's fighting right here. As I see here, look at that. Yeah, they're both side by side here as they're about to go 3 wide to this corner here. Who's gonna hold back? Little is pretty much still holding to that turn right there. Yeah, there he is. And then now into club corner, Ashel goes for the overtake, jumps on the sausage curb. Scary still gets the better exit right there alongside Little. Machizo finally passed 1-2 right there. He's now 1 position away from doing his job to get by Ashel and then Scary for that Ferrari 1-2. This might be interesting if Ferrari gets a 1-2 in this non-championship, because this might be a better race than really the actual championship race. This will have more action than before. And there you go, Machizo just spun. That's the end of the run for, that's not really the end of the run yet. It's not at the back of 1-2 right here at the back of 1-2. This is a pretty dangerous move right there. He's behind 1-2, could have killed him anytime. 1-2 gave him the way by. I think no, Mushizo had DRS up, but yeah, he had DRS. That's why he gave. That's why it looks like it was faster, or it's not that, or it's not if it's just 1-2 just giving him the way. As Scary weave into the right, we go back to Scary right now. Almost contact with Astro right there, and there's a 5-second time window for someone exceeding track limits, but going back to the top split right here, Scary and Astral is just trying to work hard to get by Little. I think Little just locked in today. If I said Little, you're gonna get race day after this race, he will definitely hold on that P1 until the end of time, until Jesus decides to calm down and decides to save the road, something like that. But oh, Scary goes really late. He breaks up. He locks up right there. Now he's fighting Mashizo right there, side by side between Mashizo. Oh, he locks up. Goes into the back end right there. Ashel spins two. 1-2 gets by. 1-2 gets 2 positions right there. Into that in just one single corner. What is that? What is that outcome from that? From Ashel there, and then Mashizo, he immediately went right. Yeah, Mashizo had lag. His game. I'm not saying his game was like wrong or what, but it had lag. His game was lagging. So that's pretty much the end for him. But alongside Ashel still has time to get back up. 3 cars, unless if 1-2 becomes pretty good at defending, becomes like Checo Perez 2021 fending off 3 cars, Thorn, Beryl, and Asheville. If maybe 1 decides to pull it off, we're gonna pull out a safety car here. This means 1 lap of action is gone. Wow. But what I would say that if I open the replay again, if I check replay, Mashizo immediately swerved into the right. He swerved into the right, and then the next thing is Astral accelerated on the curb. Yeah, he jumped the sausage curb and then accelerated, and then spins himself out and loses position alongside Mashizo. But the thing is, Mashizo, he immediately went right and locked. He didn't lock up. He went straight into the barrier there on the right hand side. But in this safety car, I'm pretty sure. I hope this is a safety car. So later we're gonna have everyone line up. That means 2 laps. Well, that's 2 laps. Lap 7 is gonna be good. Green lap, the green flag lap. We'll just have to wait 4 minutes. Not actually. What do you say? 1:32 minutes. Actually, more than 2 minutes. I would say more than 2 minutes. But yeah, here we go. There's only 1% that got a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. I would say this is like for that Vale corner, or yeah, there goes. Thorn goes in for a pit stop. Thorn goes into service penalties also. But there goes 1-2 with a P3 there. But the danger comes when we have 1-2 gonna have to face Astro later. Let me grab a drink. We go back here. It's no change in terms of position. 1-2 still on P3. Kimchi is coming back on P5. So here's the deal. There's gonna be a tie battle between Scary and it's actually F1 2012. If you get Kimchi out of the way, it's actually F1 2012. Have Mashizo, and then it's gonna be a 5-car battle when you have Mashizo at the back end of Asheville. If you say that you don't believe that you will beat Asheville Scary, if you believe in yourself, then yeah, you would, because not everything is possible. You just don't try enough. That's it. You have to just try harder. You have to just either you have to try harder or you have to believe in yourself. Most people just don't have the self-esteem to see that they're gonna be the best they are, even though they are trying their best right now. But once again, this is gonna be some crazy shit we'll be seeing. I'm expecting something crazy to go out here in Silverstone because my barrel has just gone wide into the barrier. What has happened to him right there? Checking on that here, it's 1-2 backing up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 1-2 is gonna be backing up. 3 cars later, we have to keep a 1-car gap, everybody. As I check here, is that Yeah, Hunter's going for the open road just so he doesn't die. Long side. Kimchi, yeah, Kimchi too. Yeah, Kimchi. There you go. I saw just Kimchi trying to fake a dummy right there on the right hand side of Ashwell. Have to wait for the green lap to go here. The green lap for safety car coming in. Is it? Is it? No, it's not coming in yet. Just after safety car's in, we are going green back in Silverstone here. Green flag. If we see here, it's looking great for Leto up there. There's 33 cars going wide. That's Thorn going wide. Yeah, that's Thorn that's gone wide alongside Sealy. Going to Mashizo here, fighting with Kimchi right there. He slowed, Mashizo slowed down. Kimchi slowed down too. This is time battle between Sealy and Mashizo. Oh my god. Almost collided with each other. Two cars have gone wide if you count Sealy going wide. Also, Kimchi does go wide. And then here go Astro fighting with 1-2 right there. 1-2 is trying to, yeah, 1-2 lost his position to Astro right there, but there is still hope for 1-2 to get by Astro. If you see here, oh yeah, I'm lagging here. Cannot see what's going on. Hold up. Okay, and yeah, he's still behind of Astro, but you could see that 1-2 is really much trying his best, or not. It's just the Red Bull car is just much faster, or you will have to just try to maximize track limits here. I'm not saying do track limits. I'm saying that you have to maximize it, as in maximizing what you would do in a GT3 car, because the track limits here goes to white lines and then D curbs, and oh yeah, he just cut it a bit there for 1-2. But if you go to Scary up here, side by side with Leto, what is this? I just saw the action. I just missed the action between Leto and Scary here. Leto's gonna try to find a way by there. He goes on the right hand side onto Scary right there. Will we see Leto on the right hand side on the exit? Yeah, there is. There's Leto on the right hand side. Collision right there. Not collision, but they both made contact. Leto gets the better exit of him. He blocks a bit, slows both of them down into turn 1. Going back to turn 1 again. There's Leto and Scary side by side. Now into Abby. Right there. Oh, almost a collision right there, but what it was almost a collision between each other, and then Leto goes for the overtake again. He almost tries to do it. 1-2 is gonna hold back Mashizo. I saw that on the rear view camera. Scary right there, yes, trying to hold back Mashizo right there, but still focusing on Scary. It's Leto and Scary side by side. Not side by side, Leto's on the hook of Scary there. Now they're on the left hand side into this corner. Leto's gonna go for it. He forces Scary off. He forces Scary off a bit. Not saying he forced him off the white line. He forces him onto a different line. And Leto gets the better of it, passes him, and holds the P1 right now. Let's check on the back right now. If we check 1-2, what happened? 1-2 is now P3. Something happened between Mashizo and Astral. Astral is at the back. And then now Mashizo is now trying to, maybe if we have Mashizo coming up, there you go. What is that move? What is that move from 1-2? That was spectacular defending from Mashizo. He had to cut, he had to slow down because he cut it, that one part of, he cut it backends right there. They had to give the way back to Mashizo, but here's now Kaiser and Astral. 1-2 and Astral here, he just locked up, cannot do anything about that. And oh, Zine just went wide right there, but look at this. Oh no, he took a different line. Now he's getting far a bit now. He's getting pretty much far. Yeah, but Winter's gonna meet to Sealy here. Yeah, almost a collision right there. Torno goes wide. I am not gonna question that. But if we go back up, this is Scary and Leto. Pretty close battle here between Scary and Leto, as I would say. If we have here, let's go on the orbit between Scary and Leto. This is pretty amusing battle between the two of them. Yeah, there's just slip battle and then just mining games. Leto is not taking the racing line. He doesn't want Scary. He doesn't want to utilize the racing at the same time, and at the same time utilizing Scary for that slip. I had to pick one. If I was Scary, if I had to pick one, I would still stay on the slipstream of Leto instead of going the racing line, because. But if you still stay on the racing line, you still get more because he did a lot of steering input, so that would still slow him down because still went left and then right. That's like what you would expect here. And then here goes Scary trying to go for the overtake on Leto into Maggots in that hops in Maggots and Chapel right here. Whoa, what a move right there. That was really flawless there through Maggots and then Chapel. It wasn't Chapel. I mean, earlier turn 1 wasn't Chapel, it was Abby. I got that wrong. But here now, Scary on left hand side of Leto gets the boy by. What a move. What a great move right there from Leto right there. As we see Mashizo slowly coming back to Little the Machida slowly climbing up there into P3. He's holding P3. He's holding Ashel off right there. Here goes Mashizo here between Ashel. The two of them, pretty tempting. He's pretty tempting for Ashel trying to get by Mashizo here, because Ashel, if he gets that P3, he secures of full Red Bull podium, not a full Red Bull podium. Here goes Ashel going for the overtake. What is I saw Little, yeah, Little lost a little bit of position, gets the way by alongside Scary, and then alongside Mashizo too with Ashro. There's an investigation between Little and Scary. There's already an investigation as Ashro and Mashizo make contact. I think both of their tires just hooked into that corner there. Turn 6 right there. Yeah, both of the tires just hooked right there. I hope nothing went wrong, but yeah, Mashizo lost a little bit of speed alongside Ashro. Ashro was the one that had more punishment right there. Like, he lost a little bit more speed, but at least he entered the track, he entered the corner in a much better way alongside, besides Mashizo. Ash had a much better entry right there alongside Mashizo. Besides Mashizo, Mashizo had the Formula E line. Here goes Mashizo with a faster corner exit right there. Is he gonna get by? Is it not? Is he gonna stay on toe? Hold up. There goes right there on the right hand side onto Astro. What a daring overtake! Oh my god, they both tire hook! Astro jumps his car right there. Mashizo gives the way by to Astro. Great sportsmanship in SEAFR. This is what a normal SEAFR driver should have been. Weaving the position after that crazy overtake. Oh, not that crazy overtake, like dangerous move right there. But yes, Sweat is DMing me in this middle of the race, man. And as we go to Leto, between Leto and Scary, we can finally focus on the Leto. Just lost position to Scary, but Mashizo is on P3. No, Mashizo is still on P4. Can we see Leto do something great here against Scary? Is he not on slip? He's slow. He's losing speed right there. Slowly losing speed right there. Yeah, he's doing a dummy again, just like Roman Grosjean. Almost a dummy overtake right there. No, it's a dummy overtake right there. And goes for the late apex to get a better corner exit right there. This guy will have a lot of potential in Formula 1 and F1 24, 25, or GT3 or ACA. There is a lot of potential for him. He just doesn't have really much of motivation yet. But here you could see that Leto is trying to dodge a move right here. Trying to do a dummy on Scary here. Scary is aware that Leto's doing a dummy right. He passes Scary with ease and simple. Made it look like it's really easy to be a Formula 1 driver, even though, I mean, a Ferrari driver, a top split Ferrari driver, it makes it look easy, even though it isn't, because then you have the pressure coming onto you, and then the side-by-side battles you have to do 24/7 for a lot of times. If we're gonna give some coverage to the back split. We have 1-2 and then Sealy here. Can some way Sealy get by 1-2 or not? What I would say from both of them, they're pretty decent drivers. Sealy is just really questionable, while 1-2, I don't really have much to say about 1-2, but I don't know. I know Sealy is pretty decent, I would say. But I'm not putting any bias up here. Sealy almost rams into 1-2 right there. He locked up and then locks up again for 2 times there into turn 3 and 4 at 8-3 right there. 1-2 has spun. No, he didn't spun. He manages to save it and has to cut the track to just save his car right there. He gives the way by to Sealy right there. That's good sportsmanship also from 1-2. I believe, yeah, he had to cut, he had to give the way by. That's good sportsmanship also from 1-2. Looking up front, that's Scary here. Scary and Little trying to find a way by. Scary is on the back end of Little here. He is really wanting that win. I don't know. Maybe can Little break Scary's win streak right here in Silverstone in this non-championship race. Break his win streak right here as Little holds out the middle, goes to the inside. Scary does a switch back right there. What a move, and he does it again. Well, he does it, he doesn't. That would be a really good idea to just do that twice, because it will be really dangerous to see that happening to you when you are just holding up P1 and immediately kills out each other from P1 and P2. 2 cars killing out each other like that wouldn't be a great idea here, as I would say. But Scary's now trying to get away by Little, and Little made a little bit of a mistake. He locked up a bit. Best way you should do is trail brake. And Little is impeding Scary pretty much. He's just slowing Scary pretty much right now. He was pretty slow on turn 3 and 4 then 5, or the entire sector 1. besides Wellington, besides the Wellington Strait. But if you oh my god, whoa, almost a dangerous move, but this is side-by-side contact. This is Formula 1. What will you expect? This is Formula 1. Dangerous drive, not dangerous driving, but exciting driving right here between Little and Scary and Ashra. 3-car battle, back racing right here between Ashra and Little. Who is gonna get by? 3 wide into corner right here into Cobbs. Who is gonna get by? Little has to go wide right there, but it's not finding side by side with Ashra right there. Ashra back off. Little holds out P2. Next time is gonna be final lap, so it has to be this has to be a pretty great move right now for Little. It would be pretty great if Little gets by. Little gets the way through onto Scary right there. What a great move from Little. He has to just hold on that. No, he's not holding off. He's holding it off. He's pushed Scary a bit wide. But then, yeah, Little has to back up. It wouldn't be a really good idea once again to do a daring move into that corner. But yeah, here I would say is that Scary has to hold on to P1 right. This is the final lap here in Silverstone. We will see some crude racing here between Scary and Little. Between the two of them, who will hold out that win streak? Is it Little gonna hold? Is Little gonna break his win streak? Is it Scary that's gonna hold out his win streak? Until now, we will see who decides it now. This is the moment now, and there's a virtual safety car. There's already a collision between someone. I believe it's Mashizo with Cindy. Yeah, 1-2 is pretty far up, so I would say Mashizo and Cindy had a collision between each other. But then it's going back to green flag here. This is gonna be the moment that decides, will Scary hold on his win streak, or will it Little that will break it? Little had to, yeah, let that slower corner is right there. But there is still hope. Do not give up. There is still hope for Little trying to get the way by to pass Scary right here. As we go to Little right. The gap isn't big. It's just the FOV that changes you. He has to go fast in the Magazine Beckett and Chapel right now. He is faster right there. Yeah, there you go. He's much faster now. Will he gonna overtake? He's on the right hand side. What a move. Through goes Little into hanger straight right there. Great move right there from Little. He has to hold up P1 right now. The moment is here for Little, the Chinese driver from Hong Kong. Now just one more corner. Is he gonna hold it? He does hold it. No mistake right there. Late overtake right there. Scary tire hooks with Little. But the moment is here. Little wins the Silverstone Grand Prix, the British Grand Prix. He breaks the Scary's win streak. What a finish by Little. And Little's win and Scary's win streak is over. What a race. What a finish for Little. My goodness me. That is one hell of a race right here. My voice is almost dry from that, as Thorn is doing some very questionable driving. And it's now going to check into 1-2. Side by side between 1-2 and Mashizo. Who's going to hold out that? It's 1-2. 1-2 gets P4. What a finish for 1-2 also. But also what a drive for 1-2. Oh my god, holy shit. And then Mashizo. Okay, bro. Everyone's just getting killed with each other. What the hell? Why? Okay, bro. This is the best race I've ever seen for a long time. Besides Canada, no, not a long time, but like long time as in 2 weeks from now on, because Canada was pretty entertaining, but this we get to see 3 laps of great battling here. And oh my god, it's Ado. We have Ado back. Ado's grandmother is back. Great to see Ado's grandmother driving the car. I think there is something here. If you have Ado's grandmother driving the car, Little is much better, but if you have Reze driving the car, he's much ass. You can see that from Silverstone in the championship race. Well, that's one hell of a race right there. One of the greatest races I've ever seen besides Claude and Pakavida, and then Astral having that battle in Silver Sun with Claude and Pakavida and Mashizo. Actually, a 4-car battle from that last time. Yeah, I know, Mashizo, you lagged. But this race was the best I've ever seen when you had 3 laps of pure action right there. If this was a championship race, I would say driver of the day. I don't even know actually. I think I would say I don't really know. I would say Little for breaking Scary's win streak, but it's up for you guys to decide if it's a championship for driver of the day. It's up to you guys to decide. But if it were up to me, I would give it to Little. But that stunt right there between Scary and Little, no, actually Astral, yeah, that was pretty great. But overall, this non-championship was the best I've ever seen. Saying thank you for watching and see you next time.